What's going on, guys? I hope you're having a great day, and I certainly hope that you are having a great week. Hey, man, I want to say shout out to all of the TLP Sports Club members. We got like 24 members, and the list is growing. We got Scoop Brooklyn. We got a lot of members, man, and I just want to say shout out. It's rare in this Coach Prime ecosystem that's so competitive with new YouTube channels popping up every single day. It's rare that I'll take a day off from uploading a video to treat my members to a special video for them. And I did that yesterday. And I just want to say shout out to all of my members, man. I did that for you. I feel kind of good about it, but I'm back. Now I'm serving the general population. I'm serving Gen Pop again. I got a nice little video for y'all. All right, Jimmy Horn, what up, man? What up, homie? 247Sports put out a list of the 50 most impactful players, transfers of 2024. Transfers that are going to make a difference this year. A couple of buff players are on there. I'm really excited. I'm going to give you that, guys, in this video. But before I do that, man, I want to make sure that Shador, the guy you're seeing right there with the tank top on, tell you who we all around here. Shador, tell him, man.
BWB. Bandwagon buffs.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as it uploads to YouTube. All right, family. So I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. All right, guys. So welcome back. Thank you, Shador. Yes, that's right. We are BWBs around here. We're bandwagon buffs, and we're very proud to be bandwagon buffs. I would say a great percentage of the buff fan base currently are BWBs, even if they don't want to admit it. But here at TLP Sports Club, we coined that term, BWB, bandwagon buffs. Don't let nobody else fool you. You can get your BWB gear. Be proud to be BWB. Be proud to be bandwagon buff. Go ahead and go on our site, copy your BWB gear, because you don't care. That has a little ring to it. Get your BWB gear because you don't care. You don't care about the haters trying to shame you. Anyways, Harry B, calm down. Why are you so excited? Let's go ahead and get you this list. It's 50 people on this list, and I don't know where Colorado falls in, so we're going to go pretty fast on this one. So buckle your seatbelt. Harry B, activate your broadcast voice. Broadcast voice activated. Let's go. 247sports.com. This information is there, guys. College football ranking. The 50 most impactful transfers to shape the 2024 season. The transfer portal's biggest game changers are here. I want to say shout out to Brad for putting this list together. That's why I trust these writers, man, because they got the research tool and power to be able to give us a list like this. So I always appreciate the writers. All right, people, appreciate your writers. Thank you, Brad. Tony Casolo. College football transfer portal recruiting ahead of the 2024 season approaches its close with top classes already established. It was a wild few months of roster changes and player acquisitions. Ranking the 50 most impactful transfers is an exercise centered around projections and how integral pieces fit based on career production, scheme fit, and other factors. Those are the things that I like on this channel. We are a data channel, okay? This is the type of information that just make you go giddy. This is what TLP Sports is all about. The data, the schemes, how the integral pieces fit together. That's why you come here. Many of the nation's elite programs replace exiting talent with immediate help, while a few up-and-coming teams who have generated a ton of hype this offseason strengthen their rosters in a big way. Lane Kiffin, Mike Norvell, and Deion Sanders continue to utilize the portal more than any others, completely revamping their respective teams on the free agency market. Whether that leads to nationally ranked finishes in conference championship contention remains to be seen. That is correct, guys. Here are the 50 portal signees projected to make the biggest impact. Who this guy right here? Lions. Who this guy right here? Okay, we're starting off the list with the number 50th. That's Dylan Edwards, running back, Kansas State. Right off the bat, Coach Prime's guy left. He made the list. Dylan Edwards made the list. They got one. A freshman sensation at Colorado. Edwards scored scored 4 touchdowns as a versatile threat in his first collegiate start. All right, Dylan Edwards. Number 49, Julian Fleming, wide receiver, Penn State. And I ain't gonna hold you, bruh. My Liberian ears be hearing these type of things a little different. For years, man, since I've been in the United States in 1989, I've been thinking they were nifty lions, okay? I promise you, I've been hearing nifty lions, okay? But I didn't know it was nittany lions, okay? Charge that one to my Liberian ears and not my public school education, okay? Because somebody told me, lay off the public school teachers, okay? They do a great job. They do what they can. They are not the nifty lions, but they are the Nittany Lions. Were in need of a top-end talent at wide receiver, and the former Ohio State 5-star signee fits the bill. Going right down the line at number 48, KJ Jefferson, QB, UCF. One of the most underrated transfers this cycle at quarterback. The former Arkansas star is responsible for 88 touchdowns in his career. All right, we're moving right along to number 47. That's Silas Bowden, wide receiver, Texas. A dangerous threat from the slot, Bowden should make up for the loss of Xavier Worthy on the 40 acres. Spike Lee, what it do, homie? Me and my Knicks. Spike Lee on the sidelines of the Knicks game going 3-2 on those Pacers like 40 acres in the mirror. Oh, you don't say it. Moving on. 46, Ja'Cory Brooks, wide receiver, Louisville. Not Louisville, it's Louisville. Talented pass catcher who never found his comfort zone at Alabama, but that's going to change under Jeff Brom in the ACC. Hey, DC and Phil So Real, what up, Bamas? We're moving on to number 45. Those Bamas are going to have to wait. Coming in at number 45, that's Will Shepherd, wide receiver, acquired by Colorado. The Buffaloes took several wide receivers, but Shepherd comes from the SEC with impressive productivity. What up, Shepherd? What up, CU? Okay, I see you. 44, Jordan Waters, running back, North Carolina State. Waters would be the feature option in a new-look Wolfpack offense primed to build on last season's success. At number 43, we have DJ Uiagalelei, QB, Florida State. The former Clemson and Oregon State signal caller is back in the ACC as the director of the defending league champions. At number 42, we have Keandre Lambert-Smith, wide receiver, Auburn. The Tigers swiped Penn State's top returning receiver, and he's going to challenge for wide receiver 1 on the Plains. Number 41, we have Sam Brown, wide receiver, Miami. The productive pass catcher from Houston was a much-needed get for the Hurricanes after losing Kobe Young to Georgia. Where them dogs at? At number 40, we have Joey Slackman, defensive line, Florida. More strength along the defensive front is always a net positive in the SEC, especially for Billy Napier's hard-nosed Gators. At number 39, we have Toriano Pride Jr., cornerback, Missouri. The Tigers replaced several starters in the secondary, including both corners, so landing Pride from Clemson was a necessity. At number 38, we have Fidel Diggs, edge, Syracuse, a productive pass rusher in College Station. Diggs now heads to the ACC as a feature threat up front. Number 37, we have Chris Paul Jr., linebacker, Ole Miss. Ole Miss gets a tackling machine to pair with several other high-end signees this portal cycle. At number 36, we have Jayshon Barham, linebacker, Michigan. One of the most talented linebackers in the country will be a plug-and-play star for the Wolverines. At number 35, for my son's namesake, we have Elijah Herring, linebacker, Memphis. Tennessee's leading tackler lost his starting job after the return of an injured veteran and will be playing with a chip on his shoulder. At number 34, we have Malik Murphy at quarterback for Duke. The third-string quarterback behind Quint Ewers and Arch Manning at Texas, Murphy is the guy for the Blue Devils and Manny Diaz. At number 33, we have Grayson McCall, quarterback, North Carolina State. Another transfer quarterback for the Wolfpack, but McCall comes to Raleigh as one of the nation's most decorated at his position following his stellar career at Coastal. At number 32, we have Parker Brailsford, offensive line, Alabama. The Washington transfer and anchor of the nation's top offensive line last fall, has rejoined the Crimson Tide post-spring and will start. 31, we have Juice Wells, wide receiver, Ole Miss. Paired with Trey Harris and Jordan Watkins, Wells gives Ole Miss a third elite-level target in the passing game. At number 30, we have Holden Stees, tight end, Tennessee. The Vols' new starter at the tight end spot. Tennessee's staff is high on the former Notre Dame product as a third down threat. We're moving right along, guys. Please hang in there with me. We want to see who all is on this list. Maybe we might get another Colorado player. You never know. But at number 29, we have Raheem Sanders. Maybe there's a relationship there. Maybe not. Deion Sanders, Raheem Sanders. It could be a cousin. Running back, South Carolina, one of 3 ball carriers the Gamecocks brought in this spring. Sanders was a 1,400-yard rusher 2 years ago at Arkansas. Coming in at number 28 will be Will Howard. Will Howard is a quarterback from Ohio State. The Buckeyes' new projected starter in a loaded quarterback room. Howard is a dual threat who could make his Ohio State offense explode. Kaboom! At number 27, we have Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver, them Bamas, them Bamas, baby, Alabama. Bernard's going to get his share of targets from the Crimson Tide updated wideout room. At number 26, we have Riley Leonard, QB, Notre Dame. The former Duke star missed spring practice after surgery, but should be a difference maker for a preseason top 10 team in South Bend. We have number 25, A.J. Harris, cornerback, Penn State, a new starter in the Nittany Lions secondary from Georgia, where he will likely have been a depth chart casualty. Those dogs and those Bamas, boy, they be stacking them, don't it? They be stacking them. We're going to catch up with them. I'm telling you, that Porter's going to catch up with them. I don't care what you say, DC. At number 24, Jordan Gilbert, safety, LSU. Alongside Major Burns, Gilbert gives the Tigers another thumper at the back end of Blake Baker's defense in Baton Rouge. At number 23, we have C.J. Daniels, wide receiver, LSU. LSU's getting them, baby. The former Liberty star is the new go-to target in the passing game, with Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas off to the NFL as first-round picks. That's what's up. At number 22, this name is very familiar. We know this name, Trevor Etienne, running back, Georgia. Flawless lost one of his top players in the backfield, and now the Bulldogs will provide him a ton of carries as the top option. At number 21, Nayland Green, cornerback, Purdue. Another former Georgia defensive back who left Athens to find a starting role at another power program. Hey man, Georgia's about to become like the New York Knicks. We train them to let them go to be stars on somebody else's team. But this year, I mean, it looks like we're doing pretty well, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get rid of that old saying where we train them and they go become stars somewhere else. We're almost done, guys. Hang in there. We're almost there. We're almost there. At number 20, we have Jamari Caldwell, defensive line, Oregon. One of several high-end grabs out of the portal for the Ducks. Caldwell should pair nicely with Jordan Birch and others up front. At number 19, we have Trey Moore, edge, Texas. Moore led UTSA with 12.5 sacks last fall and was a premium purchase for the Longhorns this spring at edge. Those are digs, boy. Premium purchase? Boy, if you got the money, you can buy players nowadays. Oh, premium purchase. That's an NIL dig right there. I see what you're doing there, Mr. Writer. At number 18, we have Jamon Dumas Johnson, linebacker, Kentucky. The top-rated linebacker will assume a leadership position with the Wildcats and coach Mark Stoops. At number 17, we have Aiden Childs, quarterback, Michigan State. Jonathan Smith made his former quarterback at Oregon State an immediate priority ahead of his first season, and he'll have the keys to the Spartans' offense. Number 17, we have Jabbar Muhammad, cornerback, Oregon. Muhammad will be one of the headliners within a talented back seven for the Ducks. Somebody from Texas. 15, we have Lance Hurd, offensive line, Tennessee. The former five-star signee at LSU projects to be an immediate impact player in Knoxville. At number 14, we have Isaiah Bond, wide receiver, Texas. Bond was one of several Alabama weapons to leave Tuscaloosa for another elite program. He has speed to burn. So let's put it all together. Deion Sanders, we got a Sanders up there. We got Deion down here. And let's put it together. Deion Sanders. At number 13, we have Deion Burks, wide receiver, Oklahoma. If you blinked, you may have missed Burks in the OU spring game. The former Purdue's pass catcher should take the SEC by storm. Oh yeah? Okay. At number 12, we have Caden Green, offensive line, Missouri. Oklahoma lost one of its top returning offensive linemen to a rival program this cycle. Number 11 is Jason Zendemila, offensive line, Florida. A post-spring get for the Gators, Zendemila should step on campus as a starter along a refaced offensive line. Hey man, I heard that Billy Napier's Florida Gators, he's on the hot seat, okay? He better win or it's going to be a problem. Okay. At number 10, we have Nick Scourton, edge, Texas A&M. An ideal fit for Mike Elko and the Aggies, this former Purdue star wreaked havoc throughout the spring at Texas A&M. Via Gig'em 247, Scourton led the Big Ten with 10 sacks and 15 tackles for a loss last fall, and with Edgerrin Cooper entering the NFL draft along with Fidel Diggs and Walter Nolan entering the transfer portal, adding a pass rusher was one of the top offseason priorities for the Aggies. Scourton has several offers and chose the Aggies over Oklahoma, Missouri, among others. We're almost there, man. I'm feeling excited. Who's number 1, baby? Is it Cormani McLean? I don't know. At number 9, we got Damian Martinez, running back, Miami. The ACC's worst kept secret was that the Hurricanes will go hunting for a difference-making ball carrier given the depth concerns in the backfield following a decision from Henry Parrish, the team's second leading rusher to transfer. The Hurricane has just 3 scholarship players available at running back this spring after injuries to Mark Fletcher and A.J. Allen. Bringing Damian Martinez to the mix after he starred at Oregon State means Miami has 3 ACC most talented offensive arsenal in 2024, and much of it comes via the portal. Y'all keep hitting on that transfer portal. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead and just keep hitting on that transfer portal. Keep hating. Coach Prime is going to surprise y'all, and then y'all going to be like, oh, shoot, we got to go to the portal. There's some players in the portal. At number 8, Walter Nolan, defensive line, Ole Miss. The addition of Florida edge Princely Umanmielen and former Texas A&M 5-star defensive lineman Walter Nolan is a big reason why the Ole Miss transfer class ranks number 1. Nolan, a former 5-star signee in College Station, is a nightmare to block and ultimately chose the Rebels over Oregon this spring as one of this cycle's top defensive players available. He has a starting role in the middle of Pete Golden's defense in Oxford. That's what's up, Princely. Here you go right here. Number 7, Princely Umanmielen, edge, Ole Miss. Per Swamps 247's Jacob Rutner, Princely Umanmielen was a player Florida hate to lose and was one of the Gators' best defenders in the portal this cycle. Umanmielen was a force on the edge of Florida's defensive front throughout the 2023 season, proving to be one of the nation's most effective pass rushers as he secured an elite win rate against opposing offensive linemen. Umanmielen pays all Florida defenders with career highs in tackles for loss, 11.5, sacks 7, and quarterback hurries 17, and tied his career high in tackles at 39, which was tied for 4th on the team but first among the Gators defensive linemen. At number 6, we have Caden Proctor, offensive line, Alabama. There goes them Bamas again. Caden Proctor started every game at left tackle for Alabama last season and passed the eye test as a difference maker at the tackle position. The former 5-star signee, a Des Moines native, earned true freshman All-American honors and helped the Crimson Tide reach the college football playoff. Then Nick Saban retired, and Proctor, like several other notable players, ended up in the transfer portal, where he was ranked as the number 2 overall prospect before signing with Iowa. Now he's back in Tuscaloosa. You go over there, then you start thinking, you're like, wait a minute. I go to this Iowa team, I ain't seeing no dogs like I had over there with my brothers. Hey man, we're gonna lose together, but I ain't messing with no Iowa. It happens, trust me. I'm a Colorado fan. I know the feeling, brother. I know the feeling. We are now down to the top 5, guys. Here are the top 5. At number 5, we have Quinshon Judkins, running back, Ohio State. Quinshon Judkins rushed for 106 yards and caught a touchdown for Ole Miss during its bowl win over Penn State and finished with 1,158 yards. That's right. I had to say the whole number because it hit a little different. 1,158 yards. Nah, 1,158 yards last fall, a year after gashing SEC defenders for 1,567 yards and 16 scores as a true freshman. Woo! In the SEC. Oh, the mighty SEC, right? Man, a true freshman in the SEC going for 1,567 yards. That's something. He was the top running back available this cycle and signed with a Buckeyes team that was already gearing up for the return of Trevion Henderson in the backfield. That's a vicious 1-2 punch for Ryan Day and his new OC, former UCLA head coach Chip Kelly. The coaching carousel continues, baby. At number 4, Evan Stewart, wide receiver, Oregon. Evan Stewart scored 4 touchdowns last season for the Aggies as their chief weapon on the outside, but he gets a plethora of targets in a more wide-out friendly scheme in the Big Ten at Oregon. He plays alongside Tez Johnson, too, another all-conference caliber pass catcher. At his best, Stewart is a field stretcher and reliable target on third down, capable of going the distance after the catch. His skills translate well to the wide open duck scheme. That's what's up. I hope they failed this year. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Anyway, moving right along at number 3, Cam Ward, QB, Miami. Cam Ward told 247 Sports in January he endured many sleepless nights in choosing another year in college at Miami over the 2024 NFL Draft. In doing so, the former Washington State star gives the Hurricanes the piece they were missing to their 2024 puzzle offensively following Tyler Van Dyke's move to Wisconsin. In the air raid, Ward has a chance to own ACC statistically as the league's leading passer against the likes of several other top-end transfers. Now we come to number 2, and then finally number 1. Is Kwamani number 1? I have no idea. Prior to this recording, I did not look at this list. Is Kwamani number 1? I don't know. At number 2, we have Dylan Gabriel, quarterback, Oregon. Following 2 statistically impressive years at Oklahoma that came after 3 banner seasons in Orlando at UCF, Dylan Gabriel is on the move again for the 3rd time in his lengthy college career, this time wrapping things up with the Ducks. He might be a bold clone in terms of extending plays. Oregon reloaded with weaponry around the quarterback position, and Gabriel's numbers in Will Stein's scheme, that's a little tongue twister. Stop playing with me, man. I'm not reading it again. Nope. Should expand as a result. He is a preseason Heisman candidate for good reasons. Stop playing with me, y'all. And number 1, dun, 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 no Kwamani McLean. That's interesting. Kwamani, like, come on, Dylan Edwards made this list. Kwamani being a 5-star didn't make this list? Okay. All right. Kwamani going to show you. I'm telling you, I'm going to be so petty when Kwamani comes out and starts beasting. I'm going to be like, nanny, nanny, boo, boo. I told y'all. I can't wait for that kid to really prove y'all wrong. But anyways, hey, Kwamani, man, just get your life together, brother, and go on that football field and prove them wrong. I'm with you, brother. Anyway, here we go. Number 1, Caleb Downs, safety, Ohio State. Caleb Downs finished his true freshman campaign at Alabama with a team-leading 107 tackles to go along with 3.5 tackles for loss and 2 interceptions. He earned a spot on the 247 Sports True Freshman All-American team, along with National All-American honors. He was one of college football's best overall players on defense last season and quickly earned his stripe this spring with the Buckeyes. Downs makes his Ohio State defense one of the most feared nationally, given the talent coming back. Damn, well, there you have it, guys. The reason why these type of lists are important is because you get to see the transfers. You get to understand why the transfer portal works or it doesn't work. Because the narrative around college football is that only Coach Prime is going through the transfer portal, using the transfer portal to change his team. But as you can see, those are not just all bums in the transfer portal. Those are not just bench warmers in the transfer portal. You got some elite talent coming from the transfer portal. I know y'all want to shame Colorado and Coach Prime, and y'all want to say, oh, you're going through the transfer portal, it's not going to work. You don't get top players in the transfer portal. But the transfer portal idea is a new idea and is growing. A lot of the young players that are on other teams, they're going to realize that, hey, instead of me waiting 3 years to play and then maybe 1 year to show my skills, maybe I spend a year over here going through training, learning the plays and understanding the type of competition we have here, and then I go somewhere else and start. You go somewhere else and you can start, or you have the potential to compete for a starting position. That's why the transfer portal idea is here to stay. It ain't going nowhere. And whether you want to shame Colorado fans and make us feel like what you guys are getting are no good bench warming players, that's just not truth. And Coach Prime is going to prove it this year. Coach Prime wins this year. Ole Miss goes out and win. Florida State goes out and win. All of these teams that you see on this list, they go out and they prove that the transfer portal is an effective place or an effective way to regroup on your team. Then you'll understand why this is important, why the transfer portal idea is going to work. Y'all got to put some respect on some of these kids' names that are leaving Colorado, because the door swings both ways. It's not just if you're leaving Colorado, you a bum. If you're coming to Colorado through the transfer portal, then you a beast or you a dog. That's not how this stuff works, okay? That was a long list, okay? I ain't gonna hold you any longer. Go on your day. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Please make sure to smash the subscribe button. At least give me a like. Drop a comment to help the algorithm and say, hey, man, I'm trying to help Harry B out. If you would do that for me, man, I would really appreciate it. I want you to know I really do appreciate when you comment or at least like the video to help it grow, okay? Thank you, guys. I do this for you. I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. I'll see you. Get it? See you on the next video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say see you, that's the University of Colorado. And CU is the acronym. It's not Colorado University, because we changed our acronyms so that we don't get it confused with the California teams. I'm out. Peace.